What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike. This is Wall Street Traders, where we break down the hot trending stocks using technical analysis to put you at an advantage at the market. So happy Wednesday, everybody.
It's hump day.
Hump day!
I wanted to make this video right before the market opened just to cover this specific stock and also to warn you guys to be very careful trading today. There is a Fed meeting at 2:30 p.m. today, so that will, even though it's aftermarket, it's still going to affect today's trading, so just be very careful, guys. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible because the market's about to open. I'm trying to get in on that. One of the sectors that I realize that a lot of people aren't talking about as much anymore right now, it's more the EV market, and the tech companies are just kind of booming right now, and they still are. But what I think that is coming next real soon, guys, especially with the possibility of inflation and other things coming to affect our economy, I think gold will always be there. You know, it's something that always can back us up. And so I just wanted to look over this chart, which is ticker symbol GOLD. Right now I am on the weekly time frame. Like I said, guys, always start on the highest time frame and then work your way down. And this also depends on what kind of trader you are. So if you're a core trader, you would mostly look at the weekly and daily charts to find swing trades or long-term hold trades. As for a swing trader, you'd be more kind of in the middle of like the daily to the 30 to 15 minute charts or whatever to find entries and your target and all that. As for scalp traders, you're usually looking at the 30 minute to 1 minute chart, looking for quick scalp trades that you can hit. But let's go ahead and just look over this chart. I already have my tool or my lines already set up just to kind of save time. So the first thing that I see when I have open on the weekly chart, I have first thing I put was my support and resistance line. Right now I just have support. This right here, this line right here at $20 is a major resistance line on this side per se, because that's currently where we're at, and I'll kind of zoom in closer so we can see this better and all this. But what I really wanted to show you guys is this area is all resistance. Now this is all the way back to 2013, guys, so this is how accurate these charts and patterns can be. So if you look over here, we have all these candlesticks that hit this area, got rejected, pulled up, hit this area again, pulled back, hit this area again, and then finally ultimately failed after testing that area multiple times. It failed, came all the way down to $5, came back up in this area, tested it multiple times, got rejected, came up, retested again, the same pattern that it did like 5 years ago, right? Ultimately failed, did not create a breakout. It did a little bit over here, but nothing crazy. So yeah, it pulled back all the way again. Then closer to the time that we're around here, 2019, 2020, and 2021, we see it came up kind of in the area that we want to see, but not quite. But then ultimately hit in this area. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so we can start to see the candlesticks individually. Yep, so it came down, pulled up, and then created a breakout right here, shot up, looked like it was creating an uptrend. We have a 50% retracement right here, right on support, pulls up, creates a higher high, consolidates right here, and then now we have ultimately a downtrend. So what this line represents, it just shows that we are in a steady downtrend, and this is ultimately a smooth retracement. This is kind of like what you want to see. It's not super choppy, but excuse me. So ultimately we came down and broke through our support. So ultimately on the opposite side, when it was over here, what we wanted to see was to come down, test our support, our heavily tested support area, and then look for an entry, and then ultimately set our target around in these areas, and then our stop loss on the opposite side. But as what we've seen right here, that it actually broke through our support, is coming up and now testing its resistance. Remember, so all those times in the past when it was testing this area, ultimately it would fail. So now that we know this, do we really want to take the chance of getting in now, right? It creating a breakout, coming up, and then following its trend down. So what we would like to see is this to break our trend right here, right? We want to see this to come up, come back down, test our support, because that's what we want to see. We want to see strength on that support. So once we can test this and then ultimately go higher, and then on the safe side, you could get down here when it retests. It's a little bit more aggressive, but you'd get more profit wise. So if you're a more of an aggressive trader down here, if it does retest this $20 area after breaking through our resistance, it could be a good entry. You just set your stop loss obviously on the opposite side of where the resistance is at, and then you can ride it up to the next previous highest point. So if you're a swing trader, that'd be like right around this area, the 23, because we look to our left, this was all tested areas. But if you're a core trader, and you're in it for the long term, it would be around the $30, $31 area, which was our previous highest point. And then once it gets back up in that area, you just kind of see what happens. If it's riding against that new resistance line, you'd wait for a breakout and do the same thing. So you got to look at it as levels, guys. But as of right now, I would particularly wait for this to come up and retest our $20 area. But other than that, guys, I think this is would be great a return if we do see some changes here, like today with the Fed meeting. If they decide to talk about inflation or anything involving that's going to impact the market, I believe the only sector that would actually do okay would be gold and silver. But if there's any other charts that you guys want me to break down using technical analysis, please leave a comment below. Or if there's anything else that you guys would like for me to do, I'm about it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like my videos, of course, hit that like button, subscribe. It means a lot to me, guys. You have no idea. Other than that, you guys have a beautiful day, and the market just opened. Cool. Peace out, guys.